Questions are identity questions, straight up. We have all been lied to or misled about our looks, about how we should behave based on someone else's beauty standards. It's not all about the looks. It is about the looks. But if you do this right, looks come last.
Liberated, living like we ain't got time. Yada 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 boom boom ta ta.
You may actually forfeit the right look if you lead with that. Today, we are talking about how to become naturally attractive in everything that you do so you can attract what you desire. Hello, if you guys are new, my name is Kelly. I am a lifestyle creator with a little razzle dazzle, and I want to go ahead and jump right into this video today. So with discovering your attractiveness, discovering, I guess you'll say, your desires and your interest, it definitely is an inside job. For me, I am spirit-led, I'm faith-led, and for me, that helps me along my journey. I've written down my interests, I've written down my desires, I've lived out interests and ideas in real time. So for me, I've been led to most of the things that I do, from recording this video to hand making earrings. I've also had to ask myself, like, Kelly, these earrings, is it kind of in the fashion, the beauty industry? Are you doing this for another reason? Why are you doing this? To feel complete physically? Or do you feel empty? Do you have any deficits in your personal journey, your self-esteem, your confidence? Are you doing this to be prettier, to seem prettier? And so I've had to ask myself those tough questions about the things that I desire and the things that I'm interested in, do research on, or even to overcompensate for being a reserved type person. And the answer is simply no. I'm not in the beauty industry, in the fashion industry, to appear pretty or attractive. I say all that to say, at one point, I did use accessories to cope with other feelings and emotions that I was having. But that led me to just do art, create art for the therapeutic benefits of it. And people happen to also appreciate my art, which is amazing. So, yeah, those are the types of questions that you have to ask yourself when you are looking to be naturally attractive. Y'all, these frames are giving me a tension headache. I had to put them up for a bit. The overarching lesson here is to finish what I start. So, which leads me to the next part. I cannot allow myself to self-sabotage. It's so easy to self-sabotage, especially when there's so many things out there in the world. The people always got something to say. The blogs always got something to say. Your family always got something to say. And although that can be a good source of feedback, there is specific journeys, and I'm talking about myself here, that you cannot allow people, places, or things to deter you from what you are meant to do, your assignments. So how does this relate to attractiveness, right? The more decisive that you become in your journey, you will automatically and naturally be attracted to the things that you want, right? And then they also change too. So you might think that you're attracted to one thing, but it can be a completely different thing once you start to make those decisive decisions with your interests and your desires. The quicker you're able to make that decision, the quicker you'll be able to move on with your assignments. You're stuck on the assignment you wanted to see for your life since you were 5, and listen, we evolve, and that's okay. Like, we all have dreams. I feel like I'm living out a couple of my childhood dreams, but when it comes to more assignments, more responsibility, it comes down to how decisive are you in your day-to-day, in your goals. That is what is going to attract you to the right things, right? So in the beginning, I told you guys, if you're doing it right, looks, they'll come last. It's like the cherry on the top. What is really going to make you naturally attractive is what you actually are thinking. What is your thought processes? So I used to think it was about the look, and it is important. Your taste is important. However, and it's the first thing that people see. It's the first thing that you see, right? And so we always want to kind of control that, and it's easily controllable. Like, you can always change your look. You can always, change your look or have a different style. Like, it's really nothing. Just because you look a certain way, just because you have a certain look, you have a certain interest in fashion, etc., hair, it literally it does not hold a lot of weight. What holds a lot of weight and makes you attractive naturally is going to be more so your thought process. I think I already said that. Moving on to the example, you know how somebody says, oh, that's a millionaire right there, or she's going places, or XYZ, and that person is like, hold up, like, I wish. Like, you become a millionaire. This is what they say. You become a millionaire before you financially see that tangibly. And so the same thing goes for attractiveness, right? You will be attractive before you even touch mascara, but even before you touch a jacket or online shop. You get what I'm saying? So long story short, relying on your looks, it's not going to get you far, because looks do not equate to attractiveness. Okay? Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Looks do not equate to attractiveness, right? Attractiveness will get you so much further than your looks. It's going to get you to the right places at the right time with the right interests and desires. So that leads me to 3 questions that you can ask yourself before you even get dressed. Okay, number 1, how do you feel about the day? Okay, listen, when I was 10 years old, I had a poem. I was on a poetic kick, and I was literally the family poet. And the title of my poem was How I Feel About the Day. You know what I'm saying? From that point, like, you have to already understand, like, what type of kid I am, what type of time I'm on. How do you feel about the day? I must have been going through some 5th grade drama. I don't even know. But how do you feel about the day? How do you want to feel about the day? Relying on the support that I have set up for myself personally, what I can say that I've done recently is I have been setting the tone for my day. I wake up with the intention, for the most part, I wake up with the intention of having a good day. I want to feel good. I want to feel accomplished. I want to be able to impact, even if I'm not impacting today. What is some things that I want to see for myself and for my life, right? That right there is going to open up a natural attractiveness about yourself right there. You're going to start to enjoy waking up like, how am I going to feel about today? How do I want to feel about today? And you're just going to run through a list of just possibilities, and you really get to just let your imagination roam, like romanticize. That's what we say. It's really buzzy, but people are right. Like, you have to romanticize your life. You have to romanticize day to day, because it gets rough, and what's really going to attract you to the things that you desire is going to be how you navigate those challenges, right? So that's question number 1. Y'all, I don't want to drag out this video. None of my videos are super long. When I get videos like ideas like this, I just want to go ahead and jump in and do it. Let's go back to number 1, because number 1 is probably the overarching question, because it sets the tone, like I said. So also what this does is everything I explained pretty much is under the umbrella of mental health, right? You want to check in with your mental health. Not everybody really understands what that is for them. It just involves your emotions and your feelings, right? And then set your intention, but also when it comes to anything that does not align with that, that's the magic right there. That's the power in setting the tone and setting the intention for the morning and asking that question, because anything that is opposed to that, knock it out. Well, I would say, have some strategies to kind of combat anything that goes against that. And I don't know if I said this, but these questions are identity questions, straight up. These are going to be, exclusive to you, right? I'm giving you guys a template framework, but take it. You can add questions, remove questions, simplify it, do whatever you need to do that will help with your not confidence, I was gonna say confidence, but being naturally attractive, not just for other people, but for yourself. Number two, what is number two? What do I feel confident about right now? Whoo! Listen, after we set the intention, how do I feel about the day? How do I want to feel about the day? How do I want my day to go? What are you confident about right now, girl? What are you confident about right now? Drop it in the chat. Drop it in the trap. Drop it in the chat right now, y'all. What do you feel confident about right now? Listen, if you can't, you have to be able to name one. I know there's at least one thing, right? Everything else around you could be going wrong, but it is that type of reassurance that you need to really take a step inside and evaluate the level of awareness you have with yourself. What are you confident about right now? Pick one. Give me one. Right now, I am confident about my earring collection that is dropping on August 14th. I'm confident about that. I don't know if this post is going to be before or after that date. I'm confident about launching my earrings. I'm confident about my styles. If I didn't have to use the bathroom right now, I would keep going, right? What are you confident about right now? Okay? These are questions that are intimate, right? And when we think about intimacy, a lot of times we think about how intimate, how close-knit we are with other people and with our goals. How close-knit are you with your measurable assets, right? Pinpoint something. It could be you are confident with your sleep pattern. Something. You got to give me something, okay? Number three. All right, you guys, we got one more question. But before we move on, if you're not subscribed, we'll wait, okay? Because we need you locked in, okay? We need you locked in. Go ahead and subscribe to Kcolorxo so you can know when to expect my videos to come straight to you, okay? Number three. How am I moving today? Am I moving like myself or who I think I need to be? Y'all, you want to become unrecognizable? Who am I moving like today? Am I moving like myself or am I moving in those expectations we spoke about in the beginning? Okay, this is going to align your authentic self with performance, personality traits. Okay, and I haven't even been doing this long, y'all. I have faked it till I made it a couple of times. When you really learn how to take a step back and learn to process things properly, this is how you do it. Ask yourself, how am I moving today? Am I moving like myself or am I moving like someone is pulling the strings, right? Drop it in the chat. Let me know how y'all moving today, right? How do you want to move? Is this in alignment? This is core, like I said, core identity work. And this is going to help you exude the attractiveness that you are seeking because you clicked on this video. These are 3 simple questions that you can implement every single day. I don't know, y'all. Y'all gotta let me know how the questions do for y'all. But that's all I have for today. I'm going to record another video today, so stay tuned for that. Like I said, if you guys are not subscribed, make sure you guys subscribe to get my next video. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up, comment down below. I love you guys' comments. They help me continue to make content that is relevant for y'all, so that's super helpful and I do appreciate it. Till next time, y'all. Bye.
We ain't got time. Yada, yada.